There's a version of me that started investing at 22, and I think about that guy more than I'd like to admit because he's got a whole lot more money than I do right now. Same job, same paychecks, same everything. He just started about 10 years before I actually did. Today I want to show you exactly what those 10 years cost with real numbers on a real calculator, because here's the thing. You still get to pick which version of you shows up at 40 or 50 or 60 years old. Now, quick note before we start, this is educational stuff, not financial advice. So compounding is really just this. Your money makes money, and then the money your money made starts making money too. And it kind of snowballs from there. And the beautiful thing about it is it doesn't take any extra work from you, like none. You actually do better if you just leave it alone and don't mess with it. Let me give you the simplest version I can. At 8% a year, which is a little under what the stock market's averaged over the long run, your money doubles about every 9 years. So say you put in $1,000 at 22 and just leave it alone. By about 31, it's $2,000. By 40, it's $4,000. By 49, $8,000. And by 58, $16,000 off of $1,000 you put in one time. But look at what each of those doubles actually paid you. The first one made you only $1,000. The last one made you $8,000. Same 9 years of waiting, 8 times the money. That's compounding. The longer it runs, the harder it hits. The way I picture it, it's a snowball rolling down a hill. At the top, it's tiny and it's barely moving. But every little bit down the hill, it gets faster and faster. By the bottom of that hill, it's moving all on its own and there's no stopping it. And here's the thing. You never pushed it harder. You just gave it more hill. The hill is time. 10 years is a tiny hill and 30 years is a giant one. Now, here's the part that trips people up. In year one, compounding is boring. There's no way around it. Early on, it barely moves, and that's exactly when people give up. They don't see anything happening in month 3, so they figure it's not working. But it is working, it's just quiet at first. Remember the ladder. The first double, it paid you $1,000. The $8,000 came last. The big money shows up in the later years, and the only way to get to the later years is to put the early ones behind you. So start the clock today. Now, here's something a lot of people miss, right? Compounding doesn't care what kind of account it's sitting in. It could be a 401k, an IRA, a regular brokerage account, even a plain old savings account. It works the exact same in all of them. The only real thing that makes a difference is the rate. A better rate means the hill's a little bit steeper. Bigger snowball. That's it. But let me tell you about a mistake I made for way too long because I watch young people doing it right now. For years, every paycheck I earned went straight into a regular checking account and just sat there. 10 to 20 years of my money parked in Bank of America, and I don't think I earned a single penny of interest that entire time. And in fairness to nobody but myself, high-yield accounts existed back then too. I just didn't know about them because honestly, in my 20s, I did not care about any of this stuff, right? Nobody sat me down. I wasn't looking, and my money paid the price for it. You don't have that excuse because you're literally watching a video about this right now. So here's my flat out advice. Go open a high yield savings account and treat it like your own checking account. Right now, those are paying somewhere around 3 to 4%. I keep cash in one myself and I'm getting about 3.5% all in. And the downsides are tiny. Maybe there's no branch down the street. Maybe they don't mail you paper checks. And come on, who's writing checks anymore anyway? They give you a debit card and you can hit any ATM and most of them even cover the ATM fees. But savings accounts are just the starting line, and the reason is inflation. In a normal year, inflation runs around 2.5%. That's the background hum. But it doesn't ask permission. In 2021, it was about 4.7%. In 2022, it hit about 8%. By the end of 23, it had cooled off to around 3.4%. Now, thinking about what the stretch did, to money sitting in a checking account earning nothing, or even a savings account earning 3, there were a couple of years there where your money was technically growing and actually shrinking at the same time. So the stock market is really the one place your money has a real shot of outrunning inflation over the long haul. That's the whole reason we invest instead of letting everything just sit in savings. Okay, now let me put an actual example up on screen because I don't want you taking my word for any of this. We're going to use $100 a month. That's it. No inheritance, no crypto moonshot, no side hustle empire, just $100 a month, invested at 8% a year for 30 years. Here's a quick honest note on that 8% because I want to be straight with you. The market's long run average is actually closer to 10 before inflation. I'm using 8 on purpose, a little conservative because I'd rather underperform than overpromise. If anything, real life has a decent shot at beating these numbers. So here it is, 100 a month, 8%, 30 years. After 30 years, you're sitting on about $149,000. And here's the part that gets me every single time. Out of that 149,000, only 36,000 is money you actually put in. That's it. That's every dollar that ever left your pocket. The other 113,000 is pure growth. Money you never earned at a job, money you never deposited, money you never even missed. Say that one slow. 113 grand that you did not work for. That's compounding. That's your money working while you were out living your life. And look, $100 a month is the floor here, not the ceiling. Bump it up to 200 and you basically double the whole thing. The math scales right up with whatever you can actually do. Remember last episode, rule 2, the one I said I'd tattoo your face if I could? Start right now. This right here is why. Now, here's the number that honestly changed the way I think about all of this. I want to show you what waiting costs. Same person, same $100 a month, same 8%. Only one difference. This person waits 10 years to get started. So instead of 30 years in the market, they get 20. Let's put them side by side on the screen. The person who started today ends up with about 149 grand. The person who waited 10 years, saving the exact same $100 a month, they end up around $59,000. That 10-year wait cost them $90,000. Let that sink in. 90 grand gone. Not because they saved less. They put in the exact same money. They just started later. And here's the thing about waiting. It never feels like it cost anything. It feels free. Nobody sends you a bill for it. But there's the bill right up there on the screen. And remember that other version of me I told you about at the start of this video? This is exactly what I was talking about. I didn't really start investing until my late 20s, maybe even early 30s if I'm being honest. And look, I did fine. I'm doing okay now. But the version of me that started at 22 is sitting on a noticeably bigger pile, and the only thing he did different was start. I can't get those years back, but you haven't spent yours yet. And that right there is the whole reason I'm making this video. So let's talk about why time beats money, because it's not even close. At 8%, your money roughly doubles every 9 years. We covered that. Which means every dollar you invest is really just waiting in line for its doubles. And the earlier a dollar gets in line, the more doubles it collects. Take $100, invest it once, leave it alone for 40 years, and at 8%, it turns into about $2,200. Give that same 100 only 30 years, and it turns into about 1,000. Same money, same rate. The only difference is 10 extra years of hill, and it more than doubled the outcome. Now, here's the part that feels backwards. You're going to make way more money later in life than you do right now. That's just how careers work. But the dollars you put in today are worth more than the bigger dollars you'll put in later, because these ones have more time on them. The little bit you can scrape together right now is honestly the most powerful money you will ever invest. You can always go make more money. Nobody can make more time. Now, let me be real clear about something. This is not get rich quick thing. There's no trick here, and we're not gambling. We're not throwing 50 grand into Bitcoin hoping it doubles by next week. This takes decades, and it's slow on purpose. And slow and boring is exactly why it works. Disciplined and consistent beats clever every single time. Because here's the thing. Compounding is the #1 way an ordinary person on an ordinary paycheck ends up a millionaire. And I'm not exaggerating. Say you make 50 grand a year and you invest about 15% of it. That's roughly $650 a month. At 8% over 30 years, you're sitting right around $1 million on a normal salary. No lottery ticket. You're not going to be Elon, but $1 million on a regular paycheck is absolutely doable if you stay disciplined. One catch though, and it matters. Since this is a long game, you've got to match your money to your timeline. Any money you're going to need in the next year or two, a down payment, a car, whatever, that does not belong in the stock market. Park it in your high yield savings and take your 3% because the market can drop right when you need the cash. But money you can genuinely leave alone for 5 years or more, that's what goes into something boring and broad. A total market fund, the S&P 500, or a solid dividend like SCHD. So what do you actually do? The takeaway is not go find $100 a month or don't bother. It's the opposite. Just start with whatever you've actually got. $20 a paycheck beats waiting around until you can do 200. I don't even care if it's $5. Robinhood, Fidelity, they'll let you start with a single dollar. Schwab slices start at 5. Trust me, they're not turning your money away. Then you automate it, so you never even feel it leave. Money you don't see, you don't miss. Set it up once and let the habit do the work instead of your willpower. Because willpower runs out and auto-pay doesn't. And here's the part that should kill any excuse you've got left. This is not a trap. You can pull your money back out whenever you want. Open the account today, put in your $5, do it again in 2 weeks. A year from now, you'll have a little pile sitting there. And if a year from now you decide I was full of it, fine. Pull it out, walk away. But I really don't think you will. And remember from last episode, this is not eat rice and beans until you're 50. Save some money, live some. You just have to get the clock started. All right, let's land this thing. 4 things to remember. 1, compounding is growth, stacking on top of growth, and all the good stuff is in the back half. So you've got to give it the back half. 2, $100 a month for 30 years is about $150,000, and only 36 of it ever came out of your pocket. 3, waiting 10 years cost our guy 90 grand, and nobody ever sends you that bill. 4, your youngest dollars are your strongest dollars because time is the one thing you can't go make more of. Next episode, we're talking about your very first paycheck, the real way to split it up. So some of it goes to living your life right now and some of it gets that snowball rolling. So go open that account, put in $5 and let time do the rest. If this helped you out, hit like and subscribe and I'll see you on the next one.